From the moment it was announced to its groundbreaking launch, the Apple Watch has been revolutionizing the way we stay connected, stay fit, and stay stylish. It all started back in September of 2014 when Apple's visionary CEO Tim Cook took the stage and introduced the world to a new category of wearable technology.
And we believe this product will redefine what people expect from its category. The next chapter in Apple's story. And here it is.
This was a device that was designed to combine fashion and function, redefining the potential for what a smartwatch could be. Today I want to look back and reflect on some of the greatest achievements that this little piece of technology has provided us since its intrinsic integration into our lives. So let's jump in. Depending on what Apple Watch you have, there are different features available to you, and with the introduction of fall detection coming to the Apple Watch back on the Series 4 model on September 21st of 2018, many users have had a greater peace of mind, either for themselves or for their loved ones. Fall detection is a feature that utilizes the built-in sensors and algorithms to detect if the wearer takes a hard fall. When a fall is detected, the Apple Watch can automatically send an alert to your designated emergency contact and initiate an emergency call if necessary. One Washington State man by the name of Gabe is crediting this fall detection feature for saving his father's life following a bicycle crash incident. The father, whose name is Bob, was in Riverside State Park doing some mountain biking and had planned on meeting his son there. While the son was waiting at their predetermined meetup location, he received a text from his father's Apple Watch that read, "Emergency SOS. Bob called emergency services from this approximate location after Apple Watch detected a hard fall." The watch was able to alert Gabe it had called 911 and share his location thanks to him being listed as his emergency contact. Once locating his father, he learned that he had accidentally flipped his bike and in the process hit his head, rendering him unconscious. An ambulance arrived on the scene shortly after, and his father was transported to the hospital within 30 minutes of the fall. Gabe would go on to say, "It's been an amazing tool. You think of fall protection as something like falling off a ladder, but not for doing something that you do all the time." His father would go on to get x-rays and a CT scan, and Gabe said he's doing great and is expected to make a full recovery. He urged Apple Watch users in his Facebook post to take full advantage of its features, especially fall detection. In the year 2023, one of the most overlooked features of any smartwatch is the ability to simply make calls and text. I know it's hard to believe that we live in a day and age where a simple feature is being able to call someone on the other side of the world from this little electronic device that I wear on my wrist. I know, it kind of sounds crazy saying it out loud, doesn't it? Well, this next story comes to us thanks to CNET and their recently published piece compiling some of the best instances where the Apple Watch has helped and even saved a few people thanks to its technology. One of the more interesting stories comes from Casey Anderson, who was 26 at the time and traveling down a rainy road in Maryland just a few days before Christmas with her at the time 9-month-old son in the back seat. It was a rather ordinary evening and this family was on a routine drive home. Little did Casey know that disaster was about to strike. "I was actually looking out the window when all of a sudden I felt this huge force on my left side," says Anderson. "My face hit the steering wheel, came back, hit the front of my headrest, and then it flung me forward into the side window." One of anyone's worst fears had come true. They had been struck by a drunk driver going 62 miles per hour. The first thing that she could think of was, "Is my son okay? I could hear him screaming. I could smell gas leaking in the car, but I couldn't see it at all." She reached around for her phone to call for help, but the crash had sent everything airborne and she couldn't find it. While she was searching, her hand bumped up against her wrist and she remembered that she was wearing her Apple Watch. She hit the digital crown and said, "Siri, call 911. By the time her husband reached the scene of the wreck, the ambulance had already arrived. "They were able to tell where I was without even really knowing," Anderson would say. It took more than a year for both Casey and her son to recover from the injuries they sustained as a result from the accident. She's adamant that this whole situation could have ended a lot more tragically had they not gotten help so quickly thanks to the Apple Watch. Now, quite the opposite to the simplicity of call and text features are some of the more advanced ones. I'm talking about stuff like notifications for unusually high or low heart rates and irregular heart rhythms that could be signs of more serious conditions. But many people wouldn't be able to recognize those symptoms, so the underlying causes often go undiagnosed. Notifications in the heart rate app will alert you to those irregularities so you can take action and consult your doctor. Or another good one that the Apple Watch features is an advanced sensor and app to measure your blood oxygen levels, an important indicator to your overall wellness. This next story truly embodies the importance of these features, and it comes to us thanks to the New Zealand Herald. Back in October of 2022, 21-year-old Sydney nursing student Lauren Rebecca started experiencing some symptoms of extreme fatigue and always felt like she had zero energy. These symptoms would linger for a few months, and she was quoted saying, "With COVID and our healthcare system being so overwhelmed, and with everything, I thought, no, I'm just tired, I'm just run down, I'll be alright." But she also began to struggle with weight gain, dry skin, and irregular heartbeat and sensitivity to heat and cold. "I'll go out in the sun and feel nauseous, and it's really subtle," as well as the fact that I have to have the air conditioner pretty much set to 70 degrees at all times in my house, Lauren would say. Her symptoms eventually got worse, prompting her to go to the doctor and have the symptoms investigated back in December. An ultrasound of her neck revealed that she had half her thyroid missing, a rare congenital defect known as thyroid hemiogenesis, which only affects about 100 Australians. The defect had caused Lauren to develop thyroiditis, a condition where her thyroid gland becomes swelled and inflamed, and was causing her all those horrible symptoms. Lauren eventually looked up her Apple Watch health history and was stunned to find out that it had recorded a dramatic change in her health, that if she had known, would have prompted her to seek medical attention a whole lot sooner. This incident made Lauren want to make a TikTok video encouraging others to make sure that all their notifications are turned on so users could immediately be notified if something was off with their health.
If you have an Apple Watch, you need to go and make sure all of these are turned on right now. Because I didn't, and a couple of weeks ago I got diagnosed with a thyroid condition. You can see the original video here. But essentially I have all of these signs and symptoms, which I'll say in a sec, but I would have realized something was going on had my Apple Watch alerted me of changes. Because instead of me waiting for the symptoms to get really bad, I could have gone to the doctor back in October when there was this dramatic drop in a matter of days and had it investigated then. What you were looking at was my oxygen consumption, and as you can see it has dramatically dropped, which means my cardiovascular system isn't working as well as it once was, which would correlate with when all of my other symptoms starting. And look, don't get me wrong, your Apple Watch is definitely not something you should follow as medical advice, but it can come in handy as, I guess, like a tool to prompt you to go and get things investigated further.
As we marvel at the way the Apple Watch has transformed our lives, let us not forget the importance of embracing its full range of features. Whether it's the potential to save lives, stay connected, keep an eye on our young children, or monitor our health, this little device on our wrist has become an indispensable companion in our daily lives. As we continue to explore the endless possibilities of this wearable technology, let us be inspired by the incredible stories shared today. The Apple Watch has not only changed the way we tell time, but has become a symbol of empowerment, safety, and wellness. I plan on embracing the future this remarkable device promises and make the most of its transformative capabilities. How about yourself?